DK Growth says 15 minutes for the whole game, 15 seconds added to your time after each move. Okay. Alright. So I'll have to play pretty quickly. I won't have too much time to think about my actions, and I don't know. As we've learned in Dungeon Crawl, like with my turn count runs and whatnot, I'm not like the best at budgeting my time, you know. So we'll see if I can acquire that skill, because it seems to be really important in chess when you're playing these timed games. But why don't we just jump right into it? I'm gonna click this. I think it'll match me up with somebody randomly. Okay, I am white. I don't know anything about openings really, so you guys can make fun of me, but I actually have always liked to play the sides like this, which my understanding is that's considered to be like a bad thing to do. DK Gris says control the center. Oh no! Okay, am I going to be able to talk and play this at the same time? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Alright, we'll try to control the center then. That's abysmal. Even Doesn't He knows. Oh no. Now my opponent is internet famous? What, with my 5 viewers? Who is my opponent actually? I guess I'm playing against Ediancley. If you see this video later, what's up, Ediancley? So part of the reason why I didn't want to play chess on stream was that I know I'm going to end up looking like a total dope just because I'm not used to doing this. Like, this is literally my first game in years outside of playing one time against DK Growth. I can make the board bigger with that thing on the bottom right of it. Oh, that's cool. I guess that's as big as it gets. Oh, shit, what do I want to do here? He's opened up everything. He probably wants to mess with my queen, so we want to stop him from doing that. Let's build up, make it so he cannot position himself that way. Alright, he's pressuring this piece here. Actually, I'm not sure what he's trying to do here, because if he takes that, he's just going to die. I think he's just kind of building up material in the center. I feel like I could do this, and then develop my piece. I'm trying, dude. Develop my pieces in castle. Okay, alright. This is... Oh, I could put him in check, that'd be obnoxious, but he just put his bishop out. But that's kind of shitty development for him, right? I think this is a good move. He'll have to put this bishop right here. By the way, DK Growth, when you tell me... Actually, no, he just moves this pawn up. Derp. This is the kind of thing I'm talking about. When I say that I'm going to make really goofy mistakes for a while. But yeah, DK Growth, when you say the board positions like d4, it's going to take me a little while to get used to just knowing what that is by default. Let's see, he cannot take the bishop here. Retreating sucks, but sometimes you have to do it if you make a mistake, especially. He's just going to move his pawn forward. That's going to let him develop more. This was a mistake. DK Growth, this is because you told me to get my pieces out so I could castle. But again, like one of the reasons I'm going to make these mistakes is that I'm so used to having so much time to think about my moves, and now I feel like I have to play really, really quickly, you know, not be able to put so much thought into my stuff, you know. Don't go to d3. Well, I did. This real-time, I can tell how exciting this is going to be, this real-time interaction. I'm going to make shitty moves, and then you're going to tell me right afterwards that they're shitty. I'm seeing how this is going to go. Right, he's setting up a castle here. I guess I'll do the same thing. Do I want to put my knight here or here? This isn't really protecting anything. It blocks my central pawn. Yeah, I guess that does suck. I think I want to be out here. pretend to know about chess. No, Tids, I mean, I think that the person I have the most in common with on this stream right now is actually Tids, because the two of us are kind of in the same position. Alright, he just moved backwards. I don't see how that develops his positioning really at all. Like, it protects this pawn, but I'm not even trying to get this pawn. I feel like I should castle right now. So why don't we do that? I have to, it's a king move. Okay. Can he threaten me? No, not really. Okay. I can tell you this guy isn't very good. Well, that's helpful, DK Growth, because I'm not very good. I can admit when I'm shitty at something. And like I said, I haven't done it. Kind of makes me a little nervous if I'm being honest to like do it on stream, and I know I'm not particularly good at it, but you know, could be fun anyway. Serves as some relief, sure. I'm telling you, it's the time crunch that really gets me here. Like, I love chess, or at least I used to, when I had all the time in the world to think about stuff. I want to pressure him. I think I want to develop here. I think that's the move. Bishop no longer is being protected, but he kind of needs to get out of that spot anyway. Yeah. Yeah, DK Growth, I'd be open to that. All right, so I guess this is a mistake because I was kind of told this was a mistake a while back, but I always thought that knights were one of the most valuable pieces on the board, even as compared to bishops, but I guess not. So my instinct normally would be to let this dude just take my bishop, and then like trade it by protecting it with the queen or something. But I think what I actually need to do is back this dude up, which is why d3, I guess, was a bad position to put him in. Like, this should have been right here. The bishop isn't defended. Yes, you can do that. What, back him up? Yeah, that's what I think is the right thing to do. Like, right here to, I guess, e2. Pawns less than knights, bishops less than rook, less than queen. Yeah, I kind of valued bishops and knights at the same level, I guess. One of the simplest, wait, what the fuck? Why did he do that? He's trading a knight, excuse me, he's trading a bishop for a knight. That's the thing I was about to do. He wants to open my king. That makes sense. Alright. What does he do in here? He can put me in check, but then he's... Oh, he's got... Okay, he's got a kind of a lineup here. I don't know exactly how he's going to make this happen, though, because it's just pressure that's kind of going to sit there for a long time. That's pretty ugly, actually. I can't do anything about that over there, you know. There's no way I can apply pressure to this, so I want to apply pressure somewhere else, I think. I could just move this pawn up here, although he's just like, woefully unsupported. It would force him to retreat, or maybe... Actually, yeah, he would have to retreat. d4, d3 or d4, defend the g5 square. d3, d4, g... I'm not following. Stopping queen, g5 check. I guess that does put me in check, but what is he gonna, like, I can just move out of the way, you know? I don't understand what you're asking me to do, though. Yeah, I think you gave me the wrong. It was a stupid idea. Yeah, like I see what he's trying to do, but if he puts me in check, I just sort of move out of the way, which it sucks being in a corner, but I mean at that point I'm not sure what he does to move the pawn on D up. That's my instinct is to either do this or to go up here and tag his knight and force his knight to either move out of the way, or I guess he could ignore it and put me in check and we could kind of go down the line the other way. I'm spending way too much time on this turn though. Okay. What are you trying to do here? Like you can't... There's nothing this queen can actually do. You would need more pressure. You would need a different piece. Like what exactly is the... I realize that this is like a shitty situation for me, but it's not like I'm not seeing a checkmate here. Like I'm not seeing him develop a checkmate off of just these two pieces. Yeah, development sucks. But I just forced him to waste a turn. Kind of a waste. Oh, man. Holy shit, I don't know what to do. I think I moved my knight out, although that doesn't really help me. This development is indeed poor. Oh, you know what? I can threaten his queen if I just pop this dude up. Which is something I could have done a little while ago, I guess. And that also develops the center. That's the best move, I think. His queen is protected, but I don't give a shit. I'm happy to trade a bishop for a queen. So he's going to have to move out of the way or start his... If I had done that earlier, the queen couldn't have even gone there. Yeah, doesn't he? I think that I didn't quite catch that. Yeah, you're right. I should have done that earlier. All right, so he moves the knight forward. My instinct is to actually trade my bishop for his knight because I hate how much development he's got here. You know, if I kill the knight, if I kill the knight, that clears out some of his development on this side of the board. This bishop is I don't know. I think that's his best. He's threatening mate. That's the thing. He definitely is. So if I'm able to clear this off the board, I think that's really the only thing I can do to stop a checkmate here. It's essentially the same trade he did earlier. Now he's probably going to... Oh, he takes with queen. Okay. I thought he was going to take with pawn. That's interesting. So he's going to... See, like, he wants this queen to be here and the bishop to be there. Like, I know what he wants here. Honestly, should I just move my rook here? Is that the play? Do I move my rook here and then that just stops him from doing anything in this whole column? That's the play, right? Maybe. Maybe. I am open to suggestions, by the way, from chat. For sure. We don't see my mouse. Oh. You don't, do you? Okay, I'm talking about the right rook on f1. I'm thinking about moving it to g1 instead. That's weird that the mouse is not showing up. I'm thinking about doing this. This is what I'm thinking about doing. I guess I can show the moves, right? Yeah. Because this sort of blocks off... I mean, he could take this pawn, but then I just take him with king. You know, this stops him from any kind of shenanigans where he ends up with a bishop here somehow. I'm not sure if that's even valuable. Like, maybe I should just keep developing over here, but I don't have much to develop. So if he moves down here, what happens? Nothing, really. I'm doing it. Everything is really well defended is the thing. Like, I don't see how he's going to break my defense. Okay, he's got to develop from the other side of the board. That's kind of what I figured would happen. I suppose I'll do the same thing. Where's he going with this? Just gonna go here. Guess he could like defend the queen a little bit. You know, a comedy option is like I could move my queen up and I could see if he wants to trade. Is that wild and crazy if I move my queen here? You know, he can either trade and I can move my knight up, or I could just like forcefully trade with him the next turn. Queen d2 is not crazy. Yeah, I'm doing it. I like these plays that try to force them to make trades with me, because one thing I remember is that I play a lot better when there's less material on the board. Like I think my way through situations a lot easier when both people have less shit to work with. And also I really like to apply pressure, because one of the things that I like the best is if the other dude has a plan, I want to disrupt that plan. Develops queen. If he trades, it's in your favor because queen was developed. Right, that's, yeah. I mean, this is kind of a shit show over here, so the more I can do to mess this situation for him up off to the right. I'm kind of moving my mouse around. I'm annoyed that you guys can't see it. I'd like to... Curious why that's not happening, but I'm talking about just like the right side of the board. Wait, what? That is... That isn't... No, that's smart. Is it possible for me to replay a turn, by the way? Did I didn't have a piece there, did I? I mean, this is weird, because he can... I mean, yeah, he can take my rook, but I can just move this knight out of the way. I didn't have anything there. I didn't think I had anything there. What is he trying... Can't I just move my rook up? Like, dude, what is stopping me from just doing this? Or taking the queen, for that matter. But think about this. Like, yeah, I could take the queen with my queen, but like, what if I did this, dude? What's he gonna do? He's just gonna fucking die. Like, this is way better than taking his queen, because where's he gonna go? Am I right? Because otherwise I'm trading a rook for a bishop, and rooks are better than bishops. He can take my rook with queen, but then he dies, he loses his queen. If you take queen, he takes it back with pawn, then goes b3 when you move the rook. Yeah, I don't think he wants... Dude, I think this is the play. I'm doing this. And maybe I'm going to get my mind blown by some kind of Grandmaster plan here, but... Like, this threatens and doesn't make a bad trade. You know? The other one, I'm like trading equal for equal and then less for more. Okay, he takes my queen. Fine. I'm cool with that. You just let me... I lose my queen, but I get to acquire more development by moving my knight forward. So that's fine. And this... Like, what the hell is he going to do with this bishop, you know? Like, this bishop is like... It's in my back line, but he can't really... Pretty much all my pieces are on white tiles, you know, so his bishop can't really... The problem here is that my bishop is terrible. Yeah, my bishop is in fact terrible. But it might not be if we start messing around here. What do I want to do here? It's a quintessentially bad bishop. I think I just take this, right? And just trade. Because if he retakes with knight, then I don't care if he threatens this, because it makes my bishop less shit. Also, what I could do instead is I could force his ass to move by moving my, you know, I could move my bishop over here. We could, and force him to move out of the way to the point where I could like Well, he'd just go here. That would just move him right here, which would be even more obnoxious. So that's not good. That's not good. I think we just trade. Let's just trade. That gives him a little bit of development, I guess. Chances are I think he's going to move his pawn up. Dude, I'm running out of time, but the game's almost over, I think. This is what I'm talking about, though. I take forever, dude. I'm not a very fast thinker when it comes to chess. Okay, he does that. That's interesting. Shit. But now what does he do, you know? He's kind of blocked my knight. Damn, dude, this blows ass. He's trying to trap my knight in a bad position. I think we actually, yeah, do this. Sort of a weird development, but I don't have much else to do. I'd like to double rooks. I want to check. You know, the one thing in chess that I know about is called Chekhov's gun. No, it's called. It's not called Chekhov's gun. That's a movie thing. Somebody's gun, and it's where you line up two rooks, and I really want to do that. Yeah, on the G line. This bishop is dominating the dark squares. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that was like not a dangerous thing back here. He's actually really obnoxious. Okay, I think we just have to sort of develop this, you know, because I don't have, if I move any of this stuff, it really messes up my play. You know, I suppose I could move this pawn forward and force him to take that, and then I take it with the rook, and then I can maybe deal with this bishop a little bit more. Is that right? Yes, I think that's right. I'm trying to take faster moves here because my time's so low. So if you see me making even worse decisions, that would be why. Okay, yeah, I don't know why I didn't, I mean, I knew he could do that, but there's nothing stopping me from just moving forward, or, shit, this is actually terrible. Why did I not think of that? Because he can just, like if I move backwards, he gets a free kill here. Sort of, well, sort of. I have to move the rook. If I move it here to threaten, he just moves backwards. Rook for rook. I can't, what are you talking about? I can't threaten his rooks in any way, really. His rooks are well defended. I think we have to move back here. He's going to move here. Saw rook to b8. b8's way at the top of the board. What are you talking about? That's on his side. You're watching on my chess? He doesn't have a rook in b8. Are you talking about him or me? He moves up here. I don't know why he would move there and not right here in this spot. Like, that threatens... He's trying to go for this rook, but I don't think that was the right play. I have to move this... Dude, I could... Holy shit. I guess I could just do this and trade a rook for a bishop. I don't want to, but do right-click on the board. Or hold right mouse button. If you want to say here. Oh, okay, okay. Thank you. I didn't know that was possible. I'll try to remember that. I'm going to find out why the mouse is not showing up, and I'll fix that. I'm going to do this trade. He can take it if he wants to. That's very bad for me, to be honest, but... Rook to b8 was a good... Like, this is b8, is it not? Right here? I don't understand. How was I supposed to... Are you saying you wanted me to take 2 moves, like move this here and then, excuse me, move the rook at A1 over there and then like to the right 1 square? Rook B8 was never legal. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I never had that move available. I would have had to have set it up. I'm gonna do this. Which kind of sucks. We'll trade if we have to. I mean, I think he's got this game off me. He's got better material and more of it. Like I have 3, 4, 5 pawns. He's got 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got 2 rooks. I've got a I've got a rook and a bishop. Don't do that, doesn't he? What were you asking me not to do? Oh, Talus, do you think I'm playing black right now? I wish I was the black side right now. All right, he is going to threaten everything on this line, just all of it. On this line, that is, this horizontal on 4, I guess. Yeah, Talus, I'm not following what your idea was. It's possible I'm just missing something. Boy, this sucks. We're gonna have to trade, and then we're left with rook versus bishop, basically. Which is very bad. just extremely bad. He's going to go rook f8, rook f4, f8. Yeah, probably. Oh, I believe he's planning on doing that DK growth. Okay. Too many weak pawns, a bad bishop. My development is shit. I mean, what do you want? I told you. It's my first game. I mean, I just forced him to move backwards. That's pretty cool, I guess. What am I going to actually do here to... I have no idea what this dude is doing. Oh, he's trying to set up kills over here, is what he's doing. Rook a8. Yeah, I know. It's back to the starter position. I think we have to trade. Yeah, he's just clearing out my material on the left side. He's not doing a dumb thing right now. He's gonna take, and then I'm gonna be like sitting here like, what am I doing? You know? He's just gonna take it with his rook next turn. There's nothing I can do to defend it. Like, the game's over. Like, I pretty much definitely lost. I can't even... Like, what's funny is I can't even threaten this pawn here on b5, because if I do that, he takes my pawn here on a5, and he's going to be protecting his pawn right here. So yeah, this is I would call this miserable. This is pretty move my king more. Very funny, Talus. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think there's really any way to salvage this. Oh jeez. Guess I could like force him into that position for the next turn, but then we could move the bishop. But he just moves afterwards, you know. Oh, he's going for it. He's trying to get a queen. Beating me was not enough. He's got to crush me. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he gets there way faster than me. I guess we could do this, you know, but doesn't really help me much, does it, when he takes this and then just proceeds to move there. Bishop D1. Hey, Talus, I beat you to it. That's the play I chose to make all on my own, my friend. Yeah, so he takes that. I have to... I mean, and then he's just going to move down to threaten the bishop, so I've got to move my king over. And then he just wipes out my material piece by piece, and there's like literally nothing that I can do about it. Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured he was just going to wipe stuff out, but he's going for the power play instead. So, if he gets a queen on the board, we definitely die, so I have to trade a bishop for a pawn, which I know is a genius, you know, galaxy brain. How do I resign? Is there a way to resign in light chess? Surely, surely there's a resignation button. Is over, bro. Where the resign button is. Double click the flag above my clock. Oh, on the flag. GG. Hey, look at me being non-BM. Alright. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.